Hello there, and welcome to another week's episode of Cosplay Cafe. I'm one of your baristas, Kelly of Phoenix Sisters, and we're going to be serving up a hot, steaming cup of cosplay. All right, so both my co-hosts are here tonight, so I'm going to bring in Miss Andrea. Hey there, Andrea.
Hello, everybody.
And Crayley. Hey, Crayley.
Hi.
And tonight we are going to be celebrating Pride. We're going to be talking gender bending, crossplay, and basically all the ways you can have fun with gender and cosplay. And we're going to be doing so with our very good friend, Sarah Tolladay. Sarah is just an awesome cosplayer. She does not have an online presence, so all of you in the comments need to bug her about having an online presence so you can lightly stalk her.
Lightly. I like it. Only lightly. Don't make it creepy, but lightly.
Yes. I stole that from the Ologies podcast. That's what she always, the hostess always says. But Sarah's awesome. We love her, and you're all going to love her too. So, welcome, Sarah.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Sarah.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm not enjoying the heat.
Yeah.
Is. No,
And
it's not fun.
I asked you to wear a costume with a leather jacket in the middle of the heat. I did not know it was going to be like this.
I'm literally sitting right next to the air conditioning, so I'm good.
I mean, yeah, we didn't ask her to do it outside, at least.
No, I'm not that mean. I'm mean, but not
No. No, we would not be doing this from outside anywhere right now, unless we're in the Arctic Circle somewhere.
That doesn't sound fun either.
Yeah, it does. For me, it does, because you know how hot-natured I am.
Yes.
I'm supposed to do an air show tomorrow outside in costume. We're going to see how long I last.
Oh.
We have Sierra saying hello to all of us.
Hey,
Show
Sarah.
us how it goes. Sierra's our buddy. Hello, honey.
Love Sarah.
Of course.
So,
Brenda,
Sarah, why don't you tell?
Sierra made me a phone case recently.
Oh, cute. I love it. So, Sarah, why don't you tell everyone how you got into cosplay?
My first time going to a convention was Anime Central, and all of my friends had gone before me, and I'd never been to one, and they were like, well, you don't have to dress up, but it would be really cool if you did. And I was like, okay. So I went through and tried to find something really, really easy because I was new to the process. And so my first time cosplaying was at Anime Central in 2011. And I went as Sam Manson from a show called Danny Phantom. It was really cool.
Danny Phantom. Oh my gosh.
I love that show so much. I'm obsessed with it. And I have been 2 different variations of Sam now, and I'm actually going to do it the second variation in August when I go to C2E2. So,
yay!
The song that had the pop star Ember from the episode that had the pop star Ember in it still gets stuck in my head like 10-15 years later.
Mm-hmm.
It's playing right now, so thanks, Sarah.
I think it got stuck in a lot of people's heads. And I think what was funny is that particular episode was all about getting stuck in people's heads and like making them do weird, crazy things and being obsessed with the singer. So
right.
So it worked.
Yeah. Yep. And then after that, like it was kind of like a tattoo, and I just wanted more. And so I just started doing all different kinds of outfits. I did Eris from Final Fantasy VII. That was really fun. I even had a basket full of flowers, and I was giving them out to customers, guests. And sorry, I work retail, so
So do I.
everybody's customers.
See, the difference is I work Target, so everybody's a guest.
Yeah. After that I really just jumped in. I've got a couple big dream projects that I haven't really got to yet, but I really want to.
So what are the dream projects?
So I really want to be Liliana from Dragon Age.
I've had that one suggested to me, so yeah. glad other people are into it.
I adore her. She's actually my favorite character. And then I really want to do Satana Hellstrom from Marvel, and she's one of like Mephisto's daughter within that particular section of Marvel. And she is a little bit more revealing than any of the costumes that I would have done before. So it's going to be a little interesting. But I really adore her. She's my second favorite Marvel character, and I would love to be her one day.
And you should. You should take a picture.
Yep.
And you need to
Reach for the goals.
So, yeah.
So do we want to go around and say who we're all dressed as? Sarah, you can start.
All right. I am a genderbend version of Red Hood, Jason Todd. And this is the Arkham Knights version. Arkham Knight, I should say, from the video game. I had a different outfit way back when, but the leather jacket just really kind of crumpled, so I bought this one instead. And I really enjoy playing Red Hood. I really enjoy the character of Red Hood in general, so he's really cool.
It's one of my favorites. Okay, Curly, what about you?
I am Rick from The Mummy. Kelly, I'm going to cosplay it alongside Kelly in her regular, like, gorgeous Eevee at some point in time. It's just something Kelly and I do all the time. Why am I always the man, Kelly?
Okay, Daredevil is your idea. I think that's the only time you were the man, other than this. But in this case, you are Rick, and I am Eevee, so I don't know.
It's true, though.
You're the man in this relationship, girl.
It's because I sweep you off your feet.
Yes, it is. Okay, Andrea.
The character is 5D Fluorite from Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle. It's an anime and manga by Clamp. He's a mage from perfect for me, a snow-covered world. But he also becomes a vampire at one point, so I actually got called a vampire asshole while dressed as him one time by a non-convention goer. So I was like, you got the vampire part right. He's actually really sweet.
Oh.
Yeah. I was in this outfit here with the eye patch and the whole gothic look. So I guess I was looking like a vampire.
I am Robin Hood. I was going to be Green Arrow, but then I couldn't find my mask and I didn't want to wear a wig. So, Robin Hood.
Yeah, I was digging through wigs going, okay, what character do I have that I can do? Because I hadn't been home for a week. So, yeah. I was like, I gotta put something together.
Kelly, you can put one of your red wigs on Thomas and he can be Maid Marian for you.
That would be adorable.
Please do it. Please. If we're already breaking all of the gender norms, let's just go for it. He could be your damsel in distress.
Oh, he would absolutely do it too. But I'm not going to make him do it when it's like 90 degrees out. I'll wait till it cools down a little bit.
All right.
You don't want him to suffer.
That
Just
is
be in
happening.
distress.
Also,
Only a little distress.
maybe I should try to find him a dress in his size. Rock that.
And he just replied, he said, of course he would do it.
Aw, I love you, babe. Yeah, that is actually Thomas replying, even though it says Kelly G. That's my personal YouTube account. He doesn't have his own.
Well, hey, what's yours is his, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've been married long enough. I think that's the rule at this point.
Yeah. A little while.
I think we're all just kind of in this heat wave days at the moment. We're all just kind of like,
Hot. Oh my gosh. I live in Wisconsin. It's not supposed to get this hot. And we had a heat advisory. It was like 98 degrees earlier this week.
You want to come back to Memphis right now?
No.
In the humidity right on the river?
Mm-mm.
Heat index of about 107.
One of my foremen went down to Nashville for vacation. I'm like, are you sure you want to go down there? No offense. Like, normally I'd be jealous, but
You're like, not right now.
yeah.
And
I did
we
tell him
had-
about Johnny, though, so I'm hoping
Yeah.
he'll be going on one of Johnny's ghost tours. Hey, V.
V, that's our lovely V. And then David had a lovely comment and maybe Thomas and I should do a damsel in distress theme. You guys,
Yes,
y'all
yes. I want to see that so bad. Yes.
If you have any new
And-
viewers, Thomas is Kelly's husband and David is mine.
Yes, the husbands are being rescued by their wives and we're here for it.
Yeah, so we have yes.
He wants to
Yes.
do a gender bend Scarlet Witch. So
We talked about this. So when Crayley and I got our matching tattoos, our husbands weren't mad that we got matching tattoos, even though neither of us have matching tattoos with our husbands.
They
But
weren't
not-
even a little bit jealous, like
No.
almost
But-
disappointing.
But Thomas was like, you know what? Dave and I are just going to get matching tattoos to spite you guys.
you're like, okay, cool. But
So we're kind of waiting for them to do that.
yeah, they know that, y'all are married to them, but you two are soulmates. That's all it is.
Well, Sarah, talk to us some about gender bending the character of Jason Todd as Red Hood that you're doing. What details was it important to you to change, and what details was it important for you to keep in the costume?
So in the very original comics, they wanted to differentiate Jason Todd from Dick Grayson as much as they could. So like Dick Grayson was this dark-haired boy. They wanted Jason Todd to be really blonde, and he had they changed it later because people originally hated Jason Todd, which is why he died.
It made me so sad.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Here we go, fans.
And then
The
I
hotline.
really thought that it would be cool to do the original blonde Jason Todd look. And then I knew the mask, of course, but the mask is gender neutral. But the things that I like, you can't really see. I can't lift my leg up that high, but instead of wearing combat boots, I'm in a woman's high-heeled knee-high boot, and I really thought that would kind of be really cool. But otherwise, everything is very masculine. This is actually suited for a guy, and I've got the guns upstairs. So besides, I just wanted to do the hair and the boots.
Mm-hmm.
Guns are gender neutral, everybody.
Yes, they are.
This is mine and my husband's 1911. We share it.
See, gender neutral.
That is why you're Rick, because you're like, I could buy the actual gun that he has. I was like, you could get a prop gun. Never mind.
It's like, well, you have to take the prop one to the cons. You can't take the real one with you.
Right. But Kelly was like, well, you could get a prop one. And I was like, Kelly, we've already wanted 1911s forever. And now we have an excuse.
Yep. I was like, no,
Distinguish
I'm
my
not
business.
getting between Crayley and David and their guns.
Yeah, no. We're gonna stay out of the middle of that one.
Mhm.
Get out of the crossfire, everyone. I got dad jokes, y'all, okay? I should have been a dad.
I love it.
I'm full of them. I've been full of puns before people referred to them as dad jokes, so.
we had to do randomly selected impromptu speeches in my public speaking class in college. And the day that I got picked for one where you had no preparation whatsoever was make an elevator pitch for why they should hire you for your dream job. And the only job that came to mind was model for Smith and Wesson. And I made a comment about how since I can shoot left-handed and right-handed, the photographer could shoot me from either side, and no one laughed.
I would have laughed.
They were
Were they
boring.
dead?
They were
It was-
boring.
Was the audience
Good
deceased?
morning. Maybe they just weren't awake.
Mhm.
No, they're just not fun. That's all it is. No
Basically.
fun. I would have
Sarah,
laughed.
Are your red? Speaking of this, are your Red Hood guns prop guns or real guns, or do you not feel comfortable sharing?
They're prop guns. I don't actually own a gun.
It's not for everybody.
They're actually Nerf guns that are spray painted black.
Ooh, Nerf guns are. They make fantastic prop guns. Like
Don't let my brothers and I near Nerf guns. The air restrictors come out. We have full on wars. It's pretty bad. I got busted in the lip by one that had a motor that plugged into the wall,
oh my
and the air restrictor was gone. My lip instantly like swelled up when my brother hit me with that. They're like, "Do you want us to stop?" I was like, I just kept firing. I was like, "No." We were all in our 20s and 30s at that point, so we're a bunch of grown children. It's fine. It's
I was
fine.
gonna say, knowing what I know about you and your brothers, that checks out.
Yeah, I think the youngest was maybe like 21 that was at the house that time. Yeah, I'm never gonna grow up. It's fine.
You shouldn't. Like,
Pretty happy being a grown child. It's fine. I pay bills. That's the grown up side.
Kelly, you should have been Peter Pan instead of Robin Hood and just never grown up.
I was actually considering. I was like, you know what? This also works for Peter Pan.
Well, if we ever do one about childhood cosplay and everything,
The only thing is, I think Peter Pan's a dick.
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of is. Yeah, he's kind of a
I
jerk.
think Once Upon a Time got it right in making him the villain.
Oh no, there's like a whole series of books that I want to look into where he is straight up the villain, and I'm
Yep.
like, I can get behind this. He's kind of a jerk. Keeping all these kids and
I am reading, I had an audiobook going before I got distracted by other audiobooks where Captain Hook was more the hero and Peter Pan was the villain. Oh, and it was actually so Captain Hook had it out for Peter Pan because Peter Pan basically shanghaied him in Neverland when he was a kid. And it's interesting. I forget the name of it now. It's been a month.
it's been like 6 months of a month for everybody. We had
Oh
a
my
couple of
gosh.
hellos from
2022, just no.
no, we
Have
had
you read Tiger Lily by Jodi Lynn Anderson?
that's one that I've looked into, like I've got it on my list.
It's really good. It's about like it's told in Tiger Lily's point of view and how like she and Peter were really a big thing, and like Wendy comes along and steals him away. And
Wendy's kind of an asshole too.
Yeah. Oh, but hey, Garrett totally agrees with you that Hook is definitely the hero.
Thank you. Especially
Garrett
Once Upon
cosplays
a
a great
Time.
Captain Hook. Yes, he cosplays a great Captain Hook. So
Aw. I need to see pictures, Garrett. You need to send them to me.
I thought we might have shared some, but God, we've had so many episodes since they were on.
I was gonna say it's been a while. I feel like I might have seen them, but I need to see them again because I do love them.
Yes, well, December was back when Garrett was one of our guests, so it's been a little bit.
So, Sarah, this episode was your idea, your suggestion, and to do it for Pride Month, which, by the way, thank you.
Yes.
But do you want to talk a little about why, or about how cosplay kind of frees people up to play with gender norms? Sorry to put you on the spot, but
no, it's okay.
let's talk about it.
So it's really strange. For me, it's cosplay is about being who you are regardless of what you're wearing. And because you can go out there and wear whatever you want, and you're gonna be surrounded by people who don't really care. They love you for what, for strutting your stuff, basically. And for me, like, I never gave it a second thought. I was like, Jason Todd, and another character that I gender bent as before I found out he has a female clone was Phantom X, and from the Marvel X-Men series. And I just wore the outfit, and it's really kind of a freeing process to not worry about like what parts you have comparatively to what you're wearing, and just knowing that people are going to be like, oh, that's really cool. And I think a lot of people are, the best part about cosplay is that you have these guys that, maybe aren't comfortable with themselves until they put something else on, or they're really just excited to be in a place like a convention that they can show themselves off in that light. Maybe they grew up in a small town that's kind of like very frowned upon, and when they go to this big city, it's a very freeing process to gender bend something, or just because you love the character, So I think it should be, I wish more people would be comfortable with it. So
that's the thing. I know a lot of people that are either trans or, all sorts of things, and they aren't accepted in their families. So getting to be who they are at a con means so much. So, that breaks the gender norms. Yeah, they might have been born a man, but they are a woman, and getting to wear the feminine costumes is very freeing for them. They get to be who they are. And it makes them feel so much more comfortable that there's people out there that accept them for who they are, instead of their family being, oh, that's not you. You weren't born that way. It's gross.
Right.
I know a lot of people that have to hide that from their families, and it really sucks. But that's why you have a con family. Yep. I'm con mom to a lot of people anymore. So it's like if your family doesn't accept you, well, you've been adopted.
Same here. And I will yell at you in the middle of the con floor if you have not hydrated.
I remember that.
She's like, oh, I'm guilty.
You yelled at my brother. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I yelled at your brother too?
I think so.
Oh my gosh.
It was somebody. Maybe it was Alec.
This is a more recent story that I'm referring to. I totally believe that I yelled at one of them too. At C2E2, one of my con children hadn't hydrated all day, and we're walking by a water cooler, and I'm like, Douglas, when was the last time, or I was like, are you thirsty? And he's like, no. I'm like, okay, when was the last time you had a drink? He's like, this morning when we left the hotel. It was like,
oh.
All of a sudden, I bust out the mom voice. I'm like, Douglas, you hydrate right now. Like, kind of hear me all around the floor, and they're probably looking around like, why is that old lady yelling at her kid?
Like, some people forget to eat, they forget to hydrate, and they think it's only in the summer that they have to worry about the hydration. But y'all, it's all the time. You need to think about yourself.
Especially when you're running around in costume in a dry convention center.
Oh yeah. And you're not thinking, your brain doesn't go, oh, it's been 6 hours since I ate or drank something. You're like, oh, it's been 6 hours. Oh no. Why am I feeling like I'm about to pass out? So yeah, no, con moms will get you.
I will absolutely do that. I also try to stash snacks in my bag, and I will push those on you like a pusher.
Yeah, no, that's us. When we, like, this past weekend, we did the cosplay repair station at Anime Blues Con, and some of the people, I'm looking at them, I'm like, they need to hydrate. They haven't eaten. I can tell. They're like the teenagers that have been turned loose for the first time. They're like off leash from their parents, and you're like, no one is watching this child. Someone watch this child.
It's so much anxiety. You're like, nope. Come here.
Yeah.
Come here, child.
No. So like Ciara said she is one of the guilty ones for not hydrating. Don't make me come find you at your booth, young lady. And Garrett said that's why we always bring extra water bottles for the cosplay repair station. We literally were handing them out a few times this weekend because
repair stations are the best, by the way.
Oh, we had a changing tent for people. This was another gender, norm problem. Some people don't always feel comfortable changing into their costume in a restroom. So I have a pop-up tent that is fully covered. And so people were using that to change this weekend. So if they didn't want to go into the men's restroom as a guy and come out as a woman. So if they needed it, it was there.
Oh.
So, thinking about the people that might not be comfortable even in a con situation.
I love that.
Yeah. We love our con babies, even if we have to yell at them.
We yell out of love.
It is. It really is. It's all out of love. Even if it sounds very, very angry when we do it.
When that happened, I did not even know where that voice came from. I'm like, whoa.
You're like,
So
yep, I'm a
pretty
mom.
sure the situation we hadn't even left the Airbnb, and I can't remember if it was Alec or Joe, and I just remember you just going, "No, you need water," and I was like, "Where did that come from?"
Yep, that checks out.
Like, I
comes
don't
from a
even
good
remember
place.
the first part of the conversation, but somebody told you no, and then you said no right back.
Can confirm. I don't remember, but I absolutely believe I did that. Can confirm. That's hilarious.
You're like, that checks out.
Yep.
It's a character.
What I do remember, though, is that we have pictures of, like, us three girls all, like, lining up and braiding each other's hair, because that was so cute. Because I was, like, braiding one person's hair, and all of you were like, I don't know how to braid my hair. Will you braid my hair? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, but this obviously is a photo op because it's, like, sleepover time.
Yeah. Well, we were the only three girls besides Alex's girlfriend at the time.
Cheyenne. Yep.
Cheyenne.
Well, Cheyenne got on the braiding, so it was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so four, all four of us.
Yeah, it was 4 of us.
So me braiding all three of your hair. That's what it was. It was like a little braid train, or not a train, but like a little lineup. And I'm like, okay, I'll just braid all my girls' hair.
little conveyor belt of hair braiding. I learned to braid hair on horsetail.
Because I can't do that, so.
That was
I have to.
That you got me to go to Walmart with you in just my cowboy boots and my nightgown.
I did not twist your arm for that, okay?
Are there pictures of this? Do they exist?
There is.
I was about to say, I'm sure there's security footage that's been saved at Walmart because of it. They're probably like,
she looked freaking adorable, okay? She looked adorable. Those weren't even your cowboy boots. Those were Wes's.
Oh, they weren't even my boots. Okay.
So we ran out of wine, and they're like, oh, we can go to Walmart. And first of all, I was shocked because it was like 10 o'clock, and in Wisconsin, they stopped selling alcohol after 9. I'm like, what do you mean we can
It was
go?
at IndyCon.
Yep,
Yeah.
it was at IndyCon. And Curly's like, well, I don't feel like changing, but let's go. And then she's like, Wes, I'm stealing your boots. And if you wait, I will find a picture. Craylee, do I have your permission to put a picture on the screen?
Yeah, you can put it up there. I mean, it got posted to Facebook, so like.
Because you look freaking adorable. I think it was my profile picture for a bit because it was a very cute picture. Indie PopCon was when we first met Sarah.
Or Indiana Comic-Con.
Or Indiana Comic-Con. I'm sorry.
I just had.
I was in Indiana.
You heard me talking about it.
All right. Well, you three fill the conversation while I find this picture. I'm going picture hunting.
No, how
Everyone needs to see how cute Curly is. It's not like you can't.
It's
see
all
it.
the anticipation now. We're all like, we need to see this.
It's like now that we have permission to talk, I don't know what to talk about.
Oh.
I know, y'all. I literally don't shut up, and then they're like, fill the space. I'm like,
Okay, what is a necessary tool in your craft room, Sarah?
There we go. This is why you're the main host, Kelly.
Oh gosh. Stop
Um,
putting me in charge, people.
craft room. So my stepmom helps me make the majority of my outfits. I did buy this one, except for my pants and my boots. I bought those, and I bought the mask. Let's see. So she and I really, really love patterns. I know that sounds weird,
Oh,
but
Kelly
like
doesn't.
for us, like going around and finding like different patterns to like work with different things, because one of the outfits I'm doing again is the one from Danny Phantom, and we had to redo that dress, and so we're going through, and it's very like very flowery dress almost, and so there's the like little stems that come off of it, and so finding patterns like that like became kind of an obsession, to where like you're like, oh, we have to find a really cool one, and we'd find one and then be like, no, that one's cooler, and then so patterns are a big one. I'm trying to think if there's a better.
No, I understand that pattern. I'm like a dragon of pattern hoarding. I have boxes upon boxes of patterns. Some of them that have never even been cut. But I'm like, I might need it someday. So I get the pattern collecting for sure.
I can't really think of anything else because she does most of it for me. I'm not gonna lie.
So
I go out and help.
She's the tool you need in your
Yeah,
crafting
my
room.
mom is the tool. Well, that sounds weird, but
She is your resource. There we
Yes.
go. That sounds better.
yes. She did my Sam Manson, both of them. She did Eris. The Zoe one from Left 4 Dead that I did, I just like that was just regular clothes that I threw on. Eris from Final Fantasy. We did a Toadette costume once. That was really fun. And the mushroom on top of my head was like 4 foot long.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I'm trying to think of the other ones that she did. I bought Phantom X from Pro Cosplay.
I know some people that shop from there.
Pro Cosplay.
They've got good stuff. They should sponsor us.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
like hint hint, guys.
Our sponsor, ycosplay.com, also has really great stuff.
Yes.
And they're not a direct competitor because they have different stuff. So, by the way, I found the picture. Thank you, Crayley. You're on it. Okay. I was also in my pajamas, so you can't even. We were both like, no, we're not changing. Look, okay, that looks like a dress. Come on.
It does.
Doesn't she look
It really
cute?
does.
It looks like a
It's like you just
outfit. She looks adorable.
kind of had your little cowgirl look happening. It wasn't pajamas and stolen boots at all.
Right, totally not. They totally weren't like 3 sizes too big for me either.
Stuff the toe of them with some socks. It'll be fine.
I don't know why you stole Wes's boots to begin with. That's funny.
I think the only shoes, because it was hot and humid, because it was the middle of summer, and I think the only shoes I had with me at the time were a pair of my black knee-high cosplay boots that like are hard to zip up when my leg is dry.
That's right.
And I didn't want to have to peel them off my calves when we got back.
So gross.
Well, you look cute. I
Thanks.
looked like I was in my PJs.
I feel like I also looked like I was in my PJs since that's a nightgown, but I guess the cowboy boots.
It looks enough like a little sundress to not look like you went out in a nightgown.
And on that note, we are in the middle of the episode, which means it is time for the catwalk.
We got a question real quick. Do you want to do this question real quick?
Yes.
Yeah.
It says, what do you guys recommend for, oh, it went away, sorry. For plus size cosplay? What do we recommend, like places to shop from?
So I don't know any like local places, but like if you make, I mean, obviously you can make your own, and you can, that way you can detail it to your own size and build. But Pro Cosplay is really, really great about where you can tell them your size, and they got mine pretty spot on for this last outfit, except for the hands. I don't know what that was about, but it was the rest of it worked out great. And it doesn't cost too much extra to get it fitted to your size. So if you go shopping online, I would recommend like a site that actually makes the outfits, because even if yours isn't available, a lot of places like Pro Cosplay and Easy Cosplay, if you send in what you want, they'll still make that for you. It might be an additional charge, but they'll fit it to your size and they'll send it the same way they would all the other stuff.
Yeah,
And that's how I got
anybody that does personalized like commission work is usually good. Now I have seen some people that are like, I don't do plus size. I'm like, well, you've just lost a whole section of business.
Right.
Because but if anybody in the comments has any places you would recommend as well, let us know. Oh, Sierra, yes, she said Mick Costumes has some good options for plus size cosplay. She's bought some there herself.
The Hot Topic website also carries a lot of sizes that they don't have in the store. And they have a lot of like branded, licensed superhero stuff all the time. It's easy to add to costumes if they don't straight up have like the ripped Harley dress from the Suicide Squad or something.
Yeah, you put together Harley's whole t-shirt costume from there, and a lot of their costume pieces are actually pretty high quality.
I know a few people that have gotten some from there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Mick Costumes, I've heard a lot about them. I used to write a blog for them, but I never bought anything from them myself. But it sounds like people are endorsing them as well. So now we want to do our catwalk.
Yes. Okay, I'll go first. Just because I will. I'm too sexy for my cosplay. I'm too sexy for my cosplay. So sexy. Yeah. I'm still recovering from a cold, so I don't feel up to jiggling any more than that. Or singing any more than that.
It's okay.
All right. Who's next?
Andrea's already dancing.
It's been a week, y'all. My brain is kind of in the left field somewhere. So
Andrea is too sexy for her cosplay. So sexy for her cosplay. So sexy it hurts. Oh yeah.
Aww.
This is what y'all really are here to see, right?
I mean, yeah, that is super cute.
It's a magical creature. Who doesn't love magical creatures?
It teleports you anywhere.
Yes. Gotta find the feathers.
From the cartoons too. I can't remember its name right now. I'll go next.
Simple today, guys.
And let Sarah go last.
we won't force her.
For my cosplay, too sexy,
Sexy
for
for
my
your
cosplay.
cosplay. So sexy.
It
She
does
just,
something.
We need to come up with a rhyme.
You know,
yeah, we're not good at that, guys.
say coming up with something kind of character related in the moment. But
I mean,
my brain feels melted.
Like we have
I
to
wish-
think on the spot.
I wish that I had like, I don't know if you know this, but Jensen Ackles, who plays Dean on Supernatural,
Yeah.
also sings and voiced Red Hood
Yes.
in the Under the Red Hood animated movie. And I was like, that would be really cool to like sing to one of his songs or dance to one of his songs.
He's also cosplayed Red Hood.
Yes,
Very, very well.
that
I'm
man
a
is so
bit of a
sexy.
Jensen Ackles fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Sarah, do you have room to stand up and
I do. The question is will I trip and fall on my face? So
Sarah
I
is too
during the
sexy for her cosplay. So sexy for her
I
cosplay.
did want to show off my boots.
Yes. Oh,
Show the
those are
boots.
nice.
Oh, hey.
They have really cool.
I am totally barefoot right now. Love
Me
the back.
too.
It looks
I
so
have
good.
the wrong pants.
Oh
and
my
was
gosh. I
like,
love that jacket so much.
Yeah, you
I would wear
actually
that
is not a part of this, so
Mhm.
I can wear it during the winter. And also,
Mm.
just because you're not Red Hood without the hood, it does come with one.
Mm.
I love cosplay pieces that I can wear as regular clothing.
Yeah.
Okay, not gonna lie, this jacket with the lacing up the back, I wore it as a winter coat because it's lined in satin, and I would wear it in the winter. I was like, yeah, it's overly fancy, but why not?
everything I'm wearing right now is out of my closet or safe, depending.
Yeah,
Cosplay is the best.
I'm learning to do more closet cosplay because, as I said, for 20 years I was making everything constantly, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have to do that.
And then I brought you onto the show and I was like, hey, you need to do something new every 2 weeks.
And I was like, okay, cool, I could do this.
You're like, why, Kelly? Why?
It's made me stop stressing and freaking out over some stuff, though. It's made me learn a lot of little things that I would preach to people but could not learn myself. So,
You're
You know,
welcome.
the do as I say, not as I do thing. That's kind of where I'm getting finally into doing what I say. I'm learning.
So we have a few pictures of Sarah. Sarah, if you want to talk about some of these costumes.
So that is Eris from Final Fantasy VII. For those of you who don't know, she was one of the playable characters, part of Cloud's team. Cloud was the main character. And I don't want to spoil too much, but something happens to her and it sets
The
off
game's been out long enough. I think it's not a spoiler at this point. It's like, what, 20 something?
Sephiroth kills her. And
right on through.
yeah, but she's really one of my favorite characters. Like, I love that they portray her as just this sweet, innocent, but yes, she has a wild side kind of girl, and like she sells flowers and she gets into trouble, and she's the healer of if you're looking for to build your team on Final Fantasy VII, like she's the good healer. She's also in Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
She wears a completely different outfit there, but yeah, I really loved her. The first time I ever saw her, this was before I really knew a lot about Final Fantasy VII. But I watched her in Advent Children, which
I
is
love
still
that movie.
one of my favorite animes to this date. Like, I think Square Enix has such, or NX, I don't know if I'm saying it right, has
Nobody
such
knows how to
beautiful
say it.
imagery to where it's borderline, you can tell it's animated, but it looks so real.
Mm-hmm.
It was so gorgeous. It was an awesome continuation of the game because I was a big Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite Final Fantasies, but that movie just was. I remember when it came out, like fans were losing it, and then they did the extended one. I could talk about that for the next
And it's
hour.
bloody.
But we don't need to.
It's super bloody.
Oh yeah,
The extended version. It's like, I watched it and I was like, wow, he really gets beat up in this one.
yeah, it's so good though.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you a lot more insight to all of the characters than you got in the original game.
Yeah.
All right. And
So that is me as Phantom X. I'm in the background. And a Deadpool cosplayer came around and handed me something, and he goes, "Now it's a grenade." And we didn't get it on film, but we got it on camera with me just standing there about ready to die. And it was really funny. We made a lot of people laugh, and yes, I love Phantom X. He's probably in the top 5 Marvel characters. He's a thief. He thinks he's French. He annoys everybody.
He thinks he's fancy.
Yes. He
I
only
love
thinks he's
Phantom
French
X.
too, because it's a really complicated story I probably shouldn't get into. But But it's really funny because he annoys everybody, and especially Gambit, who speaks Cajun French.
And is another thief, so they don't really get along.
Yes.
Love it.
So this is me and my friends as the group from Naruto. And I played as a character called Tenten. And she has this really cool, I didn't have it with me at the time, but she has like a rug that she keeps all of her weapons in. And when she's fighting, she can pull out anything she wants pretty much. And those are some of my best friends there, as all also different Naruto characters.
And here you are again in that costume. Oh, there's the rug.
Yeah, that is the rug.
You look so cute in this picture.
Oh, thank you.
You look
It is a
cute in
very
all
good
these
picture.
pictures, but
I was just gonna say
That's whoever took that caught a really good, the lighting, the angle, everything.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that was a friend of mine, so he's a
Congratulations.
photographer, so it makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So this is one of my variations of Sam Manson. She was a villain in an episode called Urban Jungle, where she basically became like a plant villain. She wasn't really a ghost, but she was mind controlled by one. And the ghost that was mind controlling her was also voiced by Mark Hamill, by the way. And the guy that's next to me is actually the box ghost, also from Danny Phantom.
the
Nice.
box ghost.
Yes. Also, I don't know if Krayley, I don't know if you're going to C2E2, but Rob Paulson, who played the box ghost in Jack Fenton, is going to be there.
I don't know for sure if I'm going to any of it or not this year, but
Fair enough. This is just a X-Men. Oh no, it's everybody. Sorry. I think there were assassins. This one in particular. So, and then you've got a lot of gender bending in this one because Taskmaster behind was actually a female, and I know that they portrayed her as a female in the Black Widow movie. But he was always in the comic books. He was actually always male.
Yep.
And so, she was a female, and then the Black Widow next to her, and then yeah, and it was really cool.
Yeah, it looks like a good group.
Yeah,
It does look like fun. I love big groups. They're so much fun to do.
Me too.
The organization is crazy, but they're a lot of fun to do.
I was gonna say organizing it is like herding cats.
Phoenix.
It really is.
All three of us this time, Phoenix Connection.
Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely.
All right, and now we have our guest submissions.
Okay. You want me to run those or you got them?
Yeah, why don't you go through them, Andrea? Since
Okay. So I'm going to show you this one is actually from Oron High School Host Club. This is my best friend Rachel and my brother Brad. I had to put this in there because Haruhi is a girl that has to dress like a guy to work in a host club in the high school to pay for something she broke because she's poor and the kids at school are rich. So she's a girl dressed as a guy. So it's a girl cosplaying a girl that dresses as a guy. So, oh, you gotta love anime, man. It'll make your brain hurt. Here's a couple more of mine that I haven't shown y'all before. The one on the left is from Katekyo Hitman Reborn. That's my friend Kay and me being hot mafia dudes. And the other one is Byaku from Yami no Matsue. He's a white tiger god. That was actually one of my first bigger ones that I made. This, I can't see the name on it because it's tiny. They submitted this.
X-Bear.
Despair Bear. They submitted, it's a gender bend of a character from My Hero Academia. Don't know the series very well. I can recognize the characters, but I thought this was a cool gender bend, and that's another local cosplayer from Memphis. So they actually had that on at Anime Blues Con last weekend.
Awesome.
This one, I've been asked not to share the person's name, but this is a father-daughter duo. His daughter asked him to do Tsunade from Naruto with her, which Tsunade, if you know the series, is Sakura's mentor, and it's another woman. So I thought it was super cool that her dad did that character with her. And I asked him if I could share the picture, and he was like, yes. Just don't use his name because he's in like a psychology field and everything. I was like, no, won't put your name out there. This is another one submitted to us before, Xeon Cosplay. Doing the top left look is one of their Pride looks. And then they sent several of their Genderbends in as well. They do some pretty amazing stuff. Their makeup is always on point. Xeon is, go follow them. They're amazing. And then another friend of the show, Honey Blossom Cosplay, doing a bunch of their Genderbends and crossplays. They have quite a few that they share with us. Let's see. And then this one is, I forgot what series they said it's Genderbend from. And I'm so sorry. Northern Lights Cosplays, but they do several different Genderbends on their Instagram, so go follow them and check them out. And then another good friend of our show, V, Pastel Goth Sloth, doing, first off, amazing makeup, as always, but also some pretty amazing Genderbends as well, and crossplays. Like, we love V and everything they do. But yeah, those are some of the ones I had submitted to us. So y'all go give them follows, like their work, support them doing the Genderbends, the crossplays, doing things outside of the norm.
And to see those photos up closer and for however long you want, Andrea is so great about, like, it's not always immediately after the show, but over time, eventually, if you follow us on Instagram, she reposts our guest submissions to Instagram. So
I've got a few. I got a backlog of about 3 episodes, but I will have them up. I tag everybody, so if y'all want to go follow them, give them some love, because these people put a lot of work and love into their costumes, and you know, just a like or a comment here and there that can boost a cosplayer's like ego really quick. It can make you feel good about what you're doing.
Well, and 3 episodes
says that was Red Riot from My Hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not great at the names, and I'm so sorry.
We tried.
3 episodes behind is not very far behind either. If you're watching this and you've never had a job or a hobby where you have to move images from people sent them to this account and that account and that account, and then you have to put them all on one device and then re-upload them everywhere, like making sure you don't lose photo quality and translation somewhere and stuff like that, it can be really time consuming. So
we love Andrea, and she does an amazing job of running our Instagram.
We're so grateful that you do that.
I'm trying.
You're amazing.
And we did have a quick question from Lisa. It says, what is your favorite cosplay?
All right, let's let our guests answer first. So, Sarah, do you have a favorite cosplay?
Is it one that I do or one in general?
They just said, what is your favorite? Maybe
let's do one that you do. What's your favorite of the ones that you do?
It's probably the Sam Manson villain. It's super nice to wear. I feel like a badass every time I walk out. Like, it's not necessarily got sex appeal, but it looks cute, and yeah, you know, it's really airy, and I'm very excited to wear it in the middle of the summer because it's gonna be cooler. One of the coolest outfits I wear, probably, because I'm also dressing as Yelena Belova and then Cinderella, and I know both of those are gonna be hot. So,
in more ways than one.
Yes. But I say we wear princess gowns to twirl and kick up that wind under those dresses.
Right. But Danny Phantom has kind of been one of my like true fandoms for a very long time now, and so it's very exciting that I can be one of the characters in that show. So
awesome.
What about you, Crayley?
Oh, me. My favorite for like the way I look when I wear it and the way the pictures turn out is Emma Frost. But my favorite one to wear to conventions and get in character and like role play is the Cassandra Sandsmark version of Wonder Girl, the blonde girl and like the all red or red and black. You know, I love the way I look as Emma Frost, but she's way more effort to role play for me because she's kind of cold and like distant. Yeah. And that's not me. I like to be like, hi, I'm a tomboy and girly, and I'll beat you up.
That is you. Literally.
I feel that really deep in my soul. I'm a girly tomboy that will beat you up. Okay. I'm like, this is one of those, like, when people ask me, what's your favorite book? And I'm like, genre, please?
Yeah.
Author, maybe?
No kidding.
I mean, I've got 20 years of costumes. Probably still to this day, just for the appearance, the feel, oh my God, I made that, is Madame Red from Kuroshitsuji, because I used historical Victorian patterns and got to wear this gorgeous all red bustle gown with all these pleats, and got to be like this really cool, sophisticated, but dark character. And I'm not very dark. I'm, other than when you like shorten my temper and make me angry, I'm not I'm like, that was me at work all week. They call that after hours Annie at work, and y'all don't want that. But that costume, I mean, I made it 12 years ago, and every time I look at a picture, my brain goes, wow, I made that. So that one to this day is still one of my absolute favorites. And Kelly?
All right. Black Canary that's my soul character.
That's cheating, though. You've done like 30 versions. So
I was going to specify.
Okay.
Right. Break it down for us.
I've done you're right. I have done 30 versions. Okay. So the one that I have a soft spot for is my Injustice 2 Black Canary, which is really funny because for the brief period of time I was on Tumblr, one of my friends on Tumblr was like, when the game was coming out, he was like, you should do that. I'm looking at like her pants are like half, they're half fishnets, half pants. I'm like, it's kind of stupid. And then the more I looked at them, and as I'm making the costume, I like fell in love with them. And just like, so he suggested I do this costume, and I'm like, I can make this mostly with materials I have at home, and I had to buy the fishnet fabric, and that was it. And the fact that I was able to make it mostly with stuff I had at home, I just love that costume. And I'm really proud of how it turned out, and it's relatively comfortable.
Yeah.
And I love how I look in it. I feel like confident as I'll get out. That's it. That's my costume.
I think that's what makes like a favorite costume sometimes a favorite, is just that you feel it when you wear it.
Yep.
You put it on, and when you step onto a con floor and people see it and you like recognize it, know it, and you just kind of, you get that presence when you put it on.
That is what I was wearing when I showed Matt Ryan my boudoir pictures. So, better for worse. Yeah. And I have told that story too many times. we're almost out of time. I've told that story. Yeah. Y'all heard it.
Pick a random previous episode that Kelly's in, and you'll hear her showed Matt Ryan her boudoir photos story.
It's happened a few times. It's okay. Sometimes we have stories that are worth repeating.
Oh, that's one of my favorite stories to tell. All right.
Sierra said that I still need to remake my Madame Red because we want to compete together as Madame Red and Grell from Kuroshitsuji. So Sierra gets to carry a giant chainsaw with that one.
Ooh.
It'd be fun.
I never get around to doing my Juliet. Oh my gosh, I just forgot the name of the game that I played for Lollipop Chainsaw. There we go. It has chainsaw in the title.
My sister-in-law loved that game.
Andrea, do you have pictures for Sierra?
Yeah, I'm going to have to. My phone won't connect to us. Let me see if I can pull them up really quick. I will definitely put them on the Instagram. Give me just a second, guys. Sorry. Yeah, for some reason, I can't get them to share from my phone to here. I have to do it from the laptop, and my messenger's not working.
Yeah,
my husband answered. My husband's favorite costume so far was Parasite, with the Flash as a close second. Both costumes I made for him, and I have to remake Parasite for my hubby.
It was a pretty good costume.
It was such a good costume. And
Thomas was wearing when I met?
what was that?
Is that what Thomas was wearing when I met him?
I think so.
I think it was.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and what's funny is he was wearing that, and one of our photographer friends, looked at him and was like, "You've been holding out on me with all the good costumes." I'm like, I wasn't trying to.
Why is my computer not acting right? I'm so sorry.
Eternal question.
Sarah, do you want to send it to me and I'll pop it on?
I think I finally got it. It's just,
okay.
there it goes. Yeah, she sent a couple of them. Let me save them really fast and we will share them because Sierra is amazing and fantastic.
We love Sarah. I know we already said that, but it's worth repeating.
We like to tell people how much we love them. That's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
So let me throw them in here really quick.
Well, while you're doing that, why don't we give Sarah a chance to answer our question?
Yes.
Sarah, the question we ask all our guests at the end of each episode, or towards the end of each episode, is if you could give advice to new cosplayers starting out, what would you tell them?
Just be confident, because if you love the outfit, others will too. If and they'll see that radiance and that you're proud of what you've done, and just love your outfit, and be someone you really want to be. Don't be somebody. Don't let your friends or family or anybody tell you who you should play. You do you. So,
sound advice.
I will that advice.
All right, they're up now. I have Sierra's pictures.
Thank you, Andrea.
First, her fabulous bombshell Thor Genderbend.
So good.
Yes. Y'all want to know, she put that together in the hotel room the night before we wore those to judge a cosplay contest. Just saying.
Oh my gosh. She looks so good.
That's how awesome she is.
And then we have Robin as Lady Loki.
Yes, that's Robin. And then as like every girl's anime crush from the 90s and early 2000s, Sesshomaru from Inuyasha.
Nice.
Like, we all had a crush on him at some point.
My anime crush was Optimus Prime. Thank you very much.
I agree. That
so many things.
I literally told people in my late years of elementary school that Optimus Prime was my boyfriend.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
My brother would support that. He's a big Transformers fan, so Bear would probably be okay with that. He's like, yeah, I get it. He's Optimus Prime.
Sexual, is that a thing?
Probably.
I feel like, yeah. I'm going to leave that alone. Yeah.
All right.
That is a weird note to end the show on.
So leave that thought in your heads, everybody.
It's been 98 degrees in Wisconsin all week, okay? I don't know what y'all want from me.
We've had a heat index of 107 here, so.
Yeah, but you're used to it. You're in the South.
A yard sale, and we've moved couches and refrigerators, and I am so fried.
Do you hate yourself? Why did you do that to yourself? Because you had to, I know.
It was my friend Devin. I owe him drop everything and go do something you hate tokens for the rest of my life.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, you owe that friend duty to people. You're like, I gotta go help them.
Yep.
See, mine was I was forced to do all the heavy lifting because I was at work, and Target doesn't believe in air conditioning down south, I think. So my brain has boiled out of my head lately.
And on that note, Sarah,
yeah,
there is nowhere people can find you online, correct?
No.
So
he's hiding from us.
No, so what happens is that when I go to conventions, I don't typically have my phone, and if I do, it's buried under something. And a lot of we just don't ever we did the one session where we were the Naruto characters, and we haven't really since. And after that, like I like didn't ever remember, hey, I need to take a picture of myself. It was go to this place, get all these things done. And then, and then the one convention that we went to, C2E2, we went at the end of February of 2020.
Oh,
and
God.
so like nobody was really wanting to like, hey, let's get together and take pictures, because that was a month before the shutdown. And so I just don't have a lot.
That's okay. So they can watch Cosplay Cafe and our Phoenix Sisters Instagram for when we post pictures of you when we collaborate with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll share you, not every cosplayer has to have like a big online presence. Some people do it just for fun. You don't have to try and make a career out of it. It's a hobby.
We don't want it to become a chore. So like,
No, if you don't want to post your pictures, you don't post your pictures.
Oh, I don't mind either way. It was one of those things that like we never really focused on.
Sometimes you're too busy having fun to take pictures.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I always go. I'm peeling out of the costume, going, forgot to take pictures again. Hope some of those convention shots show up.
And that link that flashed on the screen is our link tree. It's linktree.com/cosplay cafe podcast. You can find all our stuff on there. We'll make it real easy for you. You can find all Andrea's personal stuff, all Crayleigh's personal stuff, including her Pokeballs. You can find all my stuff, including my writing. You can find all the Phoenix Sisters cosplay. Everything's there.
All in one place.
Maybe we'll steal a few pictures of Sarah and start sharing her a little bit so you all can see her beautiful face.
Don't worry, she will definitely at least be on the Instagram when I get caught up, because this will put me about 3 or 4 episodes behind, but I'll get there.
Not that bad.
Life happens.
I'm so sorry, guys. My hands are shaking.
It's okay. It's okay.
Someone else has to play Kelly's video at the end. I'm just gonna sit on my hands.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay. I will play my video, yes. So buy my book. Book 2 is coming soon.
Iris took me when I was a kid. I thought they were teaching me to control my powers. But now I know that they've been training me to be their weapon. The time has come to take my life back.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Go drink some water.
Go drink some water.
Otherwise, I might appear in your living room and yell at you, or your kitchen, or wherever you are.
You don't want to invoke her like Bloody Mary. She will show up, and except she will not kill you. She will hydrate you.
Oh my gosh, that sounds disturbing. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.